Hello everybody and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name's Tandra and today we're doing a tarot pick a pile card reading, but we kind of thought we would have some fun with it today. Every once in a while we kind of do just a little fun reading, just something that's there mostly, to get away from all the real serious stuff that we often deal with and all that. And this is just something meant to be fun and enjoyable and maybe give you some insights into yourself. What the topic is today is, what superhero are you most like? What are the traits that you have that if you were a superhero, which one would you be? So this is, hopefully you'll find out a little bit about yourself. This would be kind of, something fun to look at and do. And so forth. So that's what we're hoping for today, is just to, kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy what comes through. So we do have 3 piles for you to choose from. We have pile 1 with Wonder Woman, pile 2 with Batman, and pile 3 with Superman. Now, those aren't the only 3 superheroes that you could be like. There are plenty of others. I just happen to have these figures to use to help you pick a pile. But, there are many, many, many superheroes out there. There's, the Flash, and there's Aquaman, and there's Spider-Man, and, all the X-Men type of people, and just all different kinds of superheroes out there. And so because of that, don't think that these are limited to these 3 figures here, these 3 characters. But these are just to kind of help you choose which pile is best for you to pick from. Okay? We're going to give you some time to reflect. You can pick more than one pile if you wish to watch them and just kind of see what comes through on each pile and pick which one resonates with you that way the most if you want. It's totally up to you, however you want to do this. This is going to be kind of a fun thing. We're not going to do the charms. We will go ahead and do oracle spheres just in case you guys have a question that you want to get answered. We'll pop those in at the end real quick. But otherwise, this is just a fun, light, airy reading, and we hope you enjoy yourself. So when you're ready to watch whatever readings that you want to watch, the timestamps are in the description, and we'll see you there. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading on what superhero would you be if you were one? What kind of traits and other things do you have in your life, in your personality, that would lend itself to being a certain kind of superhero? So here we go. This is just for a fun reading. I'm just so excited to do these. Sometimes these kind of more light ones, ones that, don't have a lot of deep-seated meanings or deep messages or anything. Just something fun to do. I do appreciate those once in a while. And we're kind of getting towards the end of July here. We're starting to head into August, where we're getting into more serious, people going back to school, and we're getting more dug in, the more important things. Less vacations are being taken, things like that. So just thought we'd do something fun and cool, and let's see how it comes out today. All right, let's see what we've got here. We've got Temperance. Excuse me just a second. I got to take my glasses off. Okay. The 7 of Cups. The Everything is Fine. The Ace of Swords. The Queen of Wands. Okay, the Despair and Cruelty were the 9 of Swords. We got the Justice card. And we got the Queen of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, let me kind of think through this for a minute, because I got a few traits coming through, and let's see if I can figure out what particular superhero would embody those the most. You're very intelligent, so you have to be a very smart particular superhero. One that's very intelligent, very mild mannered. Um, okay, okay. I'm actually thinking Wonder Woman. Is that what you guys picked? Um, Wonder Woman came to mind, and so did Isis. Actually, um, I know Isis isn't traditionally considered a superhero, but there was an old television show in which she kind of was. And so that kind of came to mind too. They both have some of the same qualities. First of all, they're champions for justice. They're very intelligent and smart. They use their smarts in a lot of ways to get what they want accomplished. They can make people feel better because they have a calming voice. They're very I was thinking of the calming with the temperance. I was thinking of kind of, very even kill, very kind of a mild mannered voice. So that's why I was thinking of Linda Carter and Wonder Woman. But, champion for justice can really help turn things around when people are really down. You had lots of swords energy, which made me think of not just intelligence, but maybe being able to, okay, like the lasso of truth. How she's able to kind of, talk people into, with the lasso of telling her the truth and that kind of thing. It's that kind of energy. So you're that superhero that can get people. You can kind of work with their minds. You can kind of change their thoughts about things. You can kind of. I'm not sure if there's a particular superhero out there that does those specific things, other than the two I've talked about so far. But if you guys think of one that has that kind of quality and that kind of trait, because that's definitely, I feel like you guys can make people feel better just by talking to them. And you're a champion for causes. You really want justice to prevail. You really think it's important to fight for things that you care about. You care a lot about nature and animals and humanity and just all of those things. You care a lot. You have a great amount of caring involved with your superpowers here. And you do have a way of making people feel better and alleviating their fears just by talking to them. You have a very soft, calming presence with your voice. Your words are a kind of a calming sort of energy going on there. You are very, very intelligent, can use your intelligence to solve problems and come up with things, and you can be very passionate about things. You have the Queen of Wands twice. Very passionate energy, very much, wow, they're so full of spirit and creativity and charisma, and you definitely have that charisma going. You're determined, like, yeah, you're optimistic about a lot of stuff. You really feel like, things can work out for the better, and that, things can be fixed, and you're optimistic by nature. You can really get fired up about certain things. But you do it in a calming way. That's what I really love about it. That's why I was thinking of Wonder Woman and Isis. That's why those are the two that kind of came to mind. It's interesting that you picked the Wonder Woman figure, because I did not necessarily expect the cards to correspond with her that much, but they kind of do, because I keep thinking of Linda Carter's voice, how when she talked, she was just so soft and gentle, and she has that voice. It's just very calming. And you guys definitely have that superpower going for you. All right, let's go ahead and do our Oracle Spheres. Give you guys a chance to ask a question here. Let me pick some stands to look at. All right, so we've got silver, green, gold, and purple. Okay. Now, you pick a stand that you want to get your answers on. You think of a yes or no question that you'd like to get an answer to, and we'll get the answers. All right, number 1, silver's a not sure. Number 2, green is a very likely. Number 3, gold is a maybe. And number 4, purple is a yes. So we got a not sure, a very likely, a maybe, and a yes. So there's your oracles for answers for today's reading. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you found this fun and enjoyable. Please give the video a thumbs up. Leave us comments in the comment section. Share the channel with your friends and family. Do check us out on Patreon and TikTok and Facebook. If you sign up over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, you can get a free personalized reading right now. So that might be something that you'd want to check out. We also have hundreds of videos on YouTube. Many of them are timeless, so whenever you run across them and you want to watch them to get some answers about some stuff, you can go ahead and watch those. We do put out videos twice a week on YouTube, so we look forward to seeing you again, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading on what superhero are you the most like? What traits do you have that would make you most like that superhero, and so forth. So you guys chose the Batman here. We're going to put him up there. And we're going to look at this here. I'm just so excited to do these fun, just a fun little reading that, doesn't hold a lot of importance to it, but, might tell you a little bit about yourself and be just kind of fun to see. So let's take a look here and see what we got. Ooh, we got the Devil. Interesting. The Wheel of Fortune. The 2 of Pentacles. Dominion, or the 2 of Wands. The 6 of Cups, or Pleasure. The Princess of Wands. The King of Swords. And the 9 of Cups. And the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. Now, give me just a second here. I've got a couple of traits that have come through, but I want to see what superhero they'd be most like here. Which one? It's interesting how you have the 2 of Pentacles twice. You also have the Dominion, the 2 of Wands. And you have the King of Swords, or was it King of Cups? Which king was it? King of Swords, okay. It's I kind of didn't want it to come out this way. In some of the traits that you have are Batman related, and I didn't like that idea because Batman was the one that you chose. So there probably is some other type of superheroes. I'm actually thinking you're a little bit more broody, like Batman kind of is, in that you sometimes can go to some darker places or to thinking about things that are, a little bit more intense. Intense is the word I'm thinking of. Because with the King of Swords and all, I can think of you as being a very intense personality. Can really, a little bit stern upon occasion. You like to give out things to people. And whenever you do have money coming your way or things that are going your way, you like to give it out to people who need it. You like to do that kind of thing. Once again, that's why I'm thinking of Batman, because, he has lots of money and he, gives it out. But I do think there's got to be another character, another one that also, because I feel like the traits that you have are, you want to balance things out. Like, you want to make things fair for people, and you want the scales to be balanced. Let me think of how I want to say this. If you were a superhero, you would be one that would go out and not exact vengeance per se or revenge, but you would want like karma, or you would want the people to get what they deserved. So you would want them to get like locked up in jail, be caught for their crimes, and which most superheroes of course want to go get the bad guys and all that. But the way you would think of it would be more of not just I'm getting the bad guys off the street, but they're getting what they deserve. You're balancing the scales. You're putting things back right again, because they unbalanced it by doing crime or whatever they've done. So that's the traits I'm thinking of, and that's why I'm thinking of Batman. But I really didn't. I did not expect these piles to come out with the actual superhero that I put on them. I actually picked the superheroes after the cards were randomly picked. Normally I pick them first. I just pulled 3 figures out and stuck them on the piles. So I did not expect any of the readings to come out with the actual person that was on the pile. So that's intriguing, but I did not expect that to happen. But I'm kind of thinking of like Professor X too. He's kind of somebody that I'm thinking of along this way because he's very smart and kind of stern is kind of a word I'm thinking of, but also not even really stern, just very serious, very want to get down to things, want to get things done and accomplished, and so forth. And that's kind of you have lots of discipline and authority, and you have very, very high standards, moral standards and things like that. Okay, and you hold yourself accountable to those standards as well. That's why maybe Batman doesn't quite fit, because sometimes Batman goes over the line a little bit, and I'm not sure you would. That's why I'm trying to think of another superhero that would be more in line with your traits that you specifically have. But none are coming to mind right off the top of my head. Maybe Thor, possibly, might be one. But I don't see you wielding the strength so much as Thor, with his hammer and so forth. So I don't see that so much. Like I said, it's mostly where you want the scales to balance, you want the, karma to be met, you want things to get back on an even keel, you want to, use your authority and so forth to, get things accomplished. And like I said, you like giving out things to people when you have it. You like helping out people, like, giving them things. You like helping people from that point of view too, not just, getting people off the streets or whatever. You feel like if you've got things coming to you, you like giving it out to others, because that's part of that balancing of the scale thing. Good things came to you, so now you're going to give good things to other people. It's that whole thing. So all that's together. If you guys can think of any other superheroes that have the traits that I'm talking about, please put it in the comment section. Excuse me. Because even though I love superheroes and I do that kind of stuff, sometimes I can't always think of them all off the top of my head. So if you can think of one that has the traits I'm specifically mentioning here, do put it in the comment section. That would be great. I would love that. All right, let's go forward here and let's see. You can get an answer to your oracle spheres here. We have 4 stands. We have silver, green, gold, and purple. You pick a stand. You decide which one you'd like to get your answer on. You think of your yes or no question, and then here we go. All right, number 1, silver is a yes. Number 2, green, is a very likely. Number 3, gold's a probable. And number 4, purple's a not sure. I think those are almost the same answers that came up in the first reading, just in different order. We have a yes, a very likely, a probable, and a not sure. I think instead of probable, we have maybe, but, you know, almost the same. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here for the reading. I hope it was enjoyable for you. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the channel with your friends and family, and leave us comments. Do check us out over on Patreon and TikTok, and if you sign up on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, you can get a free personalized reading right now, so that might be something for you to think about doing. We do put out videos twice a week. Many of them are timeless, so do check out the ones we have on the channel. We have hundreds of them up. They're available for you to look at the moment, and we will be putting more up next week. So we look forward to seeing you again, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading on what superhero traits do you have? What traits do you have that, you know, would you be most like? What superheroes have the same traits that you do? And we're going to take a look at that. You guys chose Superman here as your little icon. We're going to take a look. This is just going to be a fun reading. We really hope you enjoy it. Find out a little bit more about yourself maybe. And let's see what we've got. All right. We've got the Tower. The 10 of Wands. The 2 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. The Blended Pleasure, or the 4 of Cups. The Great Strength, or the 9 of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The 5 of Swords. And the 2 of Wands. Okay, well, it's interesting how you had the 2 of Wands twice. I think each reading had one card twice. Well, you have the quality of taking on huge amounts of burden. Huge amounts of... You're very strong. You can take on just... people can pile it on. You can have things, you know, and you can just keep on going. You have great strength, you know, superhuman strength, in a lot of ways. You can, you know, just take on just like everything, and just keep going, keep moving, keep plugging, fixing, you know, that kind of thing. You know which is the right way to go instinctively. You're good at making decisions and picking the right path, and so forth. Now, let's see. You're also very loving and caring, and the word I'm thinking of is cuddly. But you show great warmth and compassion with your strength. It's interesting how you have both going on. The Hulk, or She-Hulk, but not in a destructive way like the Hulk does. The Hulk sometimes will get really, really angry and, you know, start throwing things around and kind of getting totally out of control. And I don't necessarily see that so much. But what I do see is the other traits that Hulk has. Hulk is very, very compassionate, cares a lot about other people, has great strength, can, and does have kind of a, you know, temper, can get kind of, you know, overblown with things. But when that happens, his strength just comes out stronger. Like when he gets angry and he gets... You know, when David Banner or Bruce Banner gets angry and he turns into the Hulk, that's when his strength comes out the most. So when things get piled on the most, that's when he shows the most strength. That's when, you know, he can get out there and, you know, he can, you know, carry a lot of stuff. He can, you know, solve a lot of stuff, but yet he's still very compassionate. Um, and Bruce Banner himself is a very compassionate sort. Um, you know, and one that cares a lot about humanity. It's also the Two of Wands. I almost kind of see the dual quality there between the Hulk and Bruce Banner. You know, kind of the two things going on there, and you have the Two of Wands twice, so it's kind of, you know, I'm seeing that. I think sometimes you kind of go two different ways. Sometimes you can be very passionate, very excitable, very, you know, things get piled on. Then other times you can just be very gentle, you know, very loving, very caring. And it's depending on what is needed in the situation. You do either one. Whether you're either real compassionate, caring, or you're fiery, you know, strength, taking on everything and you know, just getting it done. You do whatever needs to be done with whatever needs to be done in the situation. And that is, you know, your great strength. You know, you have two different, you know, types of personalities going on here. So, yeah, I think the Hulk or the She-Hulk is definitely the best example of your traits, because you utilize your anger and your frustration and other things, and you take that on and utilize that strength to your advantage. Where some people, it helps them fall apart. With you, it just makes you stronger. It just makes you be able to do that much more. So that's really cool. And also your great compassion you have for other people, and the caring that you have for people is highly strong. You know, you want to help people solve their problems and things like that. So yeah, that's what we're seeing here. So that's really cool. That's exciting. Let's do your Oracle spheres. So you got a chance to answer your question here. We got 4 different stands. We have silver, green, purple, and gold. You decide which stand you'd like to get your answers on, and then we'll go through and we'll get your answers. All right, so number 1, silver, is a maybe. Taking a minute here. Number 2, green, is I'm not sure. Okay. Whoa. Oh, well, come here. All right, we have a maybe again for purple. And then for gold, we have a not now. So we have a maybe, a not sure, a maybe, and a not now. So there's your Oracle Spirit answers for today's reading. Thank you so much for being here today. We really hope you enjoyed the reading. Maybe got some insight out of it, had some fun with it. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the channel with your friends and family. Check us out over on Patreon and YouTube. If you sign up for Patreon, you can sign up for as little as $1 a month, but you can also get a free personalized reading when you do that. So that might be something for you to think about doing. Do check out our other videos on the channel. We do put out videos twice a week, and we have hundreds of videos out there right now. Many of them are timeless, so you might want to pick some of those to watch. And we'll look forward to seeing you again, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.